My cousin saw her family shot in front of her in a cemetery in Poland. Hi, I'm Jesse Eisenberg, writer of A Real Pain. My inspiration is just my own narcissism. I'm obsessed with all the things that I'm confused about in my head. I wanted to make a movie about modern men, Kieran's character and my character, who are miserable modern people, but who have good lives, and yet they're both depressed. And I thought it'd be interesting to show these two characters against the backdrop of great historical trauma. Ask the audience the question, what is real pain? Are they in pain? Or is the only pain that we can think of like a genocide? And how do we understand that both things can happen at the same time? I love writing and acting. Directing I like, but it's like being an air traffic controller at an airport. Writing and acting are more fun for me. Watching Kieran perform was a lot of fun. Sometimes I wouldn't know what he would do. Something so surprising or say something so strange. And I just turned my back to the camera because I'm laughing. And what's so brilliant about Kieran is that he was never acting like a comedian. He wasn't trying to be silly. He was just in character, and it was just great.
You are amazing.
You mean that? Really?
Thank you so much.
I was in Los Angeles and it was like 5:30 in the morning. Everybody's tired. There are like 100 awards before the Academy Awards. And so we had a good sense that Kieran would get nominated and my script would get nominated. So it's like not exactly a total surprise. You're still happy, but it's like you're waiting for this thing that you've been campaigning for months. So we're all very grateful and thankful, and I'm lucky and everything. But at the same time, it was like just a relief after months and months of like doing interviews and meeting people, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, we're all very happy, lucky. My ancestors survived a genocide. My cousin saw her family shot in front of her in a cemetery in Poland, saw her little brother run away and be shot. They were really, really suffering. It's 80 years later, a movie actor, have a nice wife and a nice child, and yet I wake up every morning miserable. I'm like, how is this possible? How can I be suffering when they actually really suffered? And so the movie is trying to show that, just this strange irony. This other interesting thing is that for the people who survived, their lives had meaning. Lives were meaningful, and I feel like my life is empty because I don't have this concrete struggle. I don't have anything real to feel bad about, and so I make up things in my mind to feel bad about. So in some ways, sometimes going through something really traumatic and horrific can bring meaning to your life in a way that the hedonism of my life doesn't provide. Yeah, so my background as a writer is in theater. I write plays, and so plays, of course, they're very talky. You know, there's a lot of dialogue, and so when there's like a silence in a play, it feels very heavy. And so in the movie too, like Kieran's character never stops talking, and then we go to the concentration camp, and it's just silence. Yeah, if you have a character like Kieran who's always talking, it can be very powerful when he stops.
Has he always been like this?
You want to come up here? Come on.
He's funny and charming.
There's no real like message of the movie, but the movie is about empathy, and it's about trying to understand people who are difficult and trying to understand history that's difficult, to do both of those things at the same time.